Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBit Solutions. A new ISM report was just released today, and it actually caused the market to sell off just a little bit. We're going to be talking about it here with your quick stock market update. For those that are a little bit new to the channel, make sure that you guys subscribe, and if you feel like you learned something new, then make sure that you drop a thumbs up. Our hindsight for today's trading is pretty accurate. If you're part of Learn, Plan, and Profit and you tuned on into today's live trading session, make sure you even comment down below. One of the things that we began to see is after the reporting, 15 minutes after the market opened, we had an IHS market services that was released that came in, and it was really the report that came in 30 minutes after the market opened that was our biggest concern, right? This one was going to have the biggest impact, and it actually came in better than expected, 56.9%. Now, one of the big concerns when reports come in better than expected, the uncertainty and why I think so much selling pressure followed is because if these reports do come in better than expected, it's showing that the economy is stronger than what we actually expected. And if that's the case, then that means that, again, our concern of the Federal Reserve, being more aggressive, not only with raising interest rates, but also tightening up the budget, means that only supports their case that they need to be more aggressive so things do get actually worse before they get better. And I think that's what actually caused all of this selling pressure right at market open. This is TQQQ, but if we look at QQQQ, which is the NASDAQ ETF, one of the things that you must be aware of is, we had very significant levels that we were holding above based off of previous lows on Thursday and previous lows on Friday. The NASDAQ market ended up breaking below 12,000 as well. And then again, when we break below those significant levels, it only means that the market's going to sell off, more aggressive. Now, one thing that we talked about during our live trading session today is being selective. So as we allowed the market to sell off, I did not trade SQQQ. I'm just tired of it, right? You just need to know when enough is enough. And I just didn't feel like it because of, I just feel like I didn't feel conditioned to trade SQQQ, especially because of how overbought it is. I just allowed SQQQ to rise up. I let the market bleed, and then the market began to show signs of a support, and then SQQQ began to show signs of a resistance. Within that live trading session, I was like, hey, just make sure that you have an exit plan for your SQQQ position, as we could potentially see a reversal here. And a couple minutes later, I began to send out these updates. And again, this is at 7:35 a.m. Right now, it's 8:17 a.m. my time. And great things come with time. Stay patient and keep your trading simple. So again, it's the reminder of never being afraid to say no, right? Just because an opportunity presents itself doesn't mean that you have to force that trade. Shortly after, I talked about us being above the EMA line on QQQ, which means when we break above EMA, and then I broke down the idea of the trade. So from EMA to the moving average, there's a 3% margin to work with. And then I made sure that I made them aware about, 13 minutes ago when we were at the moving average, and I told them that I'm reducing my position size there, right? And if you look at it from the EMA to the moving average, it's right around 1%. And for TQQQ, being the triple leverage ETF that it is, from EMA to the moving average, it was nearly 3%. And I think that's the beautiful thing about it is you can see an opportunity, you can create your plan, and then when you follow through with it, you're never afraid to lock in profits. At least that's the way that we should look at it. One of the things that you must be paying attention to is on the 1 hour time frame. We're still trading below the moving average, and we're still trading below the EMA line. Although we are showing signs of support, or we are showing signs of it trying to recover, I do not care, right? I see a lot of value in QQQQ and in the market potentially being able to recover, but we do not have confirmation yet. So if you're deciding to take a position early, like I am, I have a 4,500 share position right now on TQQQ. I'm okay with tolerating if it continues to sell off, even if QQQ goes to 290 or 285, I can tolerate it. Do not put yourself in a position or with an aggressive position size that you cannot tolerate. That's the worst thing that you can do, because just because we're rallying or moving up a little bit doesn't mean that we're going to fully recover. We are a descending pattern on the larger time frames. You need to understand that, and you need to respect that. One green day or a couple of green candles does not mean the overall market is showing signs of a full recovery. So the more that you understand that, again, the more that it's going to encourage you to be selective. And I think that's exactly what we need to be. It looks like right now we have that resistance just like we expected, and we called out within our Learn Time Profit group right at that moving average, and we might head all the way back down. And guess what? Do I need to jump into SQQQ to try to milk that trade? No. I mean, if I wanted to be a little bit more aggressive with my trading and scalp the ins and the outs of TQs and SQs, sure. I just don't feel like doing that today. So I'm either staying cash or going long on TQQQ, but with a fraction of what I normally trade with, right? Manage that position size, set those alerts, and never be afraid to stay cash during uncertain times. Friendly reminder, today's most likely going to be one of the slower days. Tomorrow, we do have a speech at 12:35 p.m. Eastern Time by Vice Chair Bernard, right? And this is going to be on economic outlook and monetary policy. So please make sure that you guys are aware of that. And again, we have 2 speeches tomorrow, one at 12:35 and one at 2 p.m. And you can find this all on the federalreserve.gov website. Also, friendly reminder, when it comes down to our shop Tech Buds, we are still doing double the points, which means that any order that you pick up today earns you 10 automatic entries for every $1 you spend. So a t-shirt like this will earn you 250 entries towards our iMac giveaway. And the iMac giveaway actually ends on the 9th, so just 3 days left. And again, that's going to be that 4th link down below. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, I hope that you know that you can always direct message me via Discord. And if you want access to being able to watch me trade live every single day, and also access to those group alerts that you saw me share, that's going to be that second link down below. That's my Learn Time Profit group. They're the only group that I work with on a closer basis. So if you like the way that I trade and you want to work with me, then again, click that second link, learn a little bit more about it, and see if it's a good fit for you. For those that are going to be asking what trading platform do I use the Webull trading platform, and the 5th link down below. If you sign up using my link, you automatically earn 12 free stocks, if I'm not mistaken, as soon as you deposit $1. I really do appreciate you guys' time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.